This is a new dynasty, folks, and I'm all for it. I think they are good for each other. He respects her. She respects him. And good on the two of them. Good on the two of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, Swifties, NFL diehards, and hopeless romantics, stop what you're doing because the pop culture earthquake just hit. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are officially engaged. That's right, your English teacher and your gym teacher just walked into a Nicholas Sparks novel and walked out with a diamond the size of Rhode Island. And while the world is collectively screaming, finally, you know who's not clapping? Blake Lively. Oh yes, this engagement might just be the icy wedge that seals the Swift-Lively fallout once and for all. Because here's the tea. Taylor drops her big Instagram bombshell, flowers everywhere, Travis down on one knee, the kind of ring that makes Cartier nervous, and it racks up 1.5 million likes in 10 minutes flat. But behind those likes, rumors swirl that Blake's seat at this wedding may be permanently revoked, thanks to Travis boldly unfollowing Ryan Reynolds in a move that screams, "My fiancé comes first." You want loyalty? Travis just gave us the ultimate masterclass. Picture it, a lush, flower-drenched garden, a backyard jungle exploding in blooms. Travis Kelce, our two-time Super Bowl champ, Mr. New Heights podcast himself, drops down on one knee. The man locked it down with a Kindred Lubeck-designed old mine brilliant cut ring that could probably signal ships at sea. Ladies, gentlemen, this is how you secure the pop queen of our generation. You don't just put a ring on it, you bring the botanical garden with you. And Taylor? Genuinely glowing, genuinely surprised. She looks happy, people, like capital H happy.
I'm happy for them. And I to be honest, Blake, you got exposed. Your BFF is now engaged and you can't talk to them. That's gotta suck. And that's not Justin's fault. That's your fault.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Engagement, fine, but what's next? Kids, babies, little Swift Kelces running around with Grammys in one hand and footballs in the other. This isn't just a romance, folks. This is a dynasty in the making. Word on the street is Taylor might wrap up her next big album, maybe dabble in a Vegas residency, less touring, more stability, and then, boom, straight into the family chapter. You heard it here first. But of course, no Taylor Swift headline is complete without a little shade. The Blake Lively whispers are only the beginning. Enter Sabrina Carpenter, Justin Baldoni, and a tangled web of follow/unfollow politics that could fuel 3 seasons of reality TV. Mark my words, some of these threads are going to unravel into songs. You think this next album won't spill some wedding-adjacent tea? Please.
You know who this is not making happy? Blake Lively. I will connect it there.
Let's talk ring again, because my God, it deserves its own spotlight. That old mine brilliant cut, it's vintage, it's timeless, it screams forever without being tacky. And the photos? Straight out of Vogue weddings. Travis didn't just propose, he staged a blockbuster, and Swifties are already dissecting every flower petal for Easter eggs. So here we are, the internet's new royal couple is officially locked and loaded. The countdown to I Do begins. The countdown to babies begins. And you better believe the countdown to a Ryan Reynolds clapback Instagram post begins too. Because if you think he's going to let this moment go without some meta Deadpool stunt, you clearly haven't been paying attention. Swifties, NFL Nation, gossip lovers everywhere, strap in. This isn't just an engagement. This is season 1 of a dynasty, and we're all watching the pilot episode. So tell me, are you rooting for them? Or are you secretly waiting for the next twist in the Blake Lively friendship fallout saga? Because let's be honest, the wedding guest list is going to be its own war zone.
President Trump also announced a new trade deal with the UK. All that Britain demands in return is that we keep these two.
No! No! I refuse! I'm sick of...
It starts with a smirk. Not Meghan's, but Colin Jost's on Saturday Night Live. Dead into the camera, he drops, One of the terms in Trump's new UK trade deal is that we send Meghan Markle back, but only if she deletes her entire Instagram again. Boom, the audience roars. But here's the thing. Under the laugh track, a dagger. A wink to a rumor that's been bubbling under the surface for years. Because right now, Meghan Markle's public image, the humanitarian queen, the woke warrior duchess, the rebel royal, is being picked apart like a cheap lace dress. And the weapon? A single photograph.
Elon built electric cars, he's going to Mars. Why is he even involving himself with Twitter? It would be like if the Prince of England gave it all up just to marry an actor from Suits.
The image isn't new. It's from the mid-2010s, the Suits era, but it's back like it never left. Picture it. The Mediterranean, designer sunglasses, champagne flutes, and a guest list that reads like a billionaire boys club. And there, center stage, a woman who looks an awful lot like Meghan. Not scandalous, no laws broken, but the vibe? The vibe is wealth, access, insider status. Now, Meghan's official origin story is plucky actress makes it big, falls in love with the prince, and becomes a beacon of modern royalty. But the yacht photo? It's whispering something else. Connections, strategy, calculated proximity to power. And online detectives, not tabloids, not paparazzi, but Reddit users with time and facial recognition software, are matching faces, dates, and locations like it's a Netflix true crime doc.
She stuck him in another country. He no longer has a job. He doesn't speak to his family, and he has minor children in the United States. So she's effectively trapped him.
Meghan has sued newspapers for less. She's fought tabloids tooth and nail. But now, radio silence. No denial. No, this is misinformation Instagram post. And in the court of public opinion, silence isn't classy. It's suspicious. Her old friends, suddenly off the grid. Social media accounts deleted, photos wiped, captions edited. Stylists who once tagged her in every post now act like they never met her. Some whisper about NDAs, others just disappear. If you're keeping score, that's exactly how conspiracy theories stop being theories. The internet is a shark. It smells blood, and it's circling. SNL jokes morph into Twitter threads, threads turn into YouTube exposés, and now even mainstream outlets are dropping phrases like digital cleanup and mysterious deletions. The real kicker? Citizen sleuths have lined up yacht timestamps with Instagram check-ins, matched party guest lists to Meghan's pre-royal social circles, and uncovered whole websites that vanished after her engagement. Not one gotcha moment, just a web of tiny, perfectly inconvenient connections. And then there's the Prince Andrew angle. Oh yes, some blurry background figure at a party, some overlapping associates. Nothing provable, but enough to set the internet on fire. It's not about facts anymore. It's about patterns. Here's why this is a problem. Meghan didn't just brand herself as glamorous. She branded herself as authentic, as the truth teller who shook up the royals. So when her past looks curated, when she ignores questions she'd normally pounce on, that's when the trust starts leaking out of the balloon. It's no longer, did Meghan party on a yacht? It's, why did the photos vanish? Why are her friends unreachable? And why now, at the peak of her rebranding push, is she letting the internet write the narrative for her? The truth? Once the late-night comics are making jokes about your deleted Instagram, you're not in control of the story anymore. And if you think this is just a blip, think again. In gossip terms, this isn't a shot of espresso. This is an IV drip, the kind that keeps the rumor mill alive for years. Because Meghan Markle's problem isn't that she had a past, it's that she's pretending she didn't. And in the age of screenshots, NDAs, and yacht manifest leaks, the internet never, ever forgets. There's bold, and then there's Meghan Markle bold. You'd think ditching the monarchy, throwing shade on Oprah, and turning Hollywood into her personal playground would have been enough fireworks for one lifetime. But apparently, Meghan doesn't just stir tea, she boils the whole kettle. Because now the whispers aren't about Netflix deals or royal rifts. They're about forgery. Yes, allegedly, Meghan has been forging Prince Harry's signature multiple times on serious legal documents. Let that sink in. We're not talking gossip column drama anymore. We're talking potential criminal behavior. So, what kind of documents? Oh, honey, that's the terrifying part. The chatter is all over the place. Contracts, financial agreements, business deals, basically anything that needed Harry's official nod. But instead of waiting for his consent, Meghan supposedly took a pen and thought, Harry who? This is my signature now. Some say it was for money, others, power. But whichever it was, let's be clear. Forging your husband's signature isn't just shady, it's dominance. It screams control. And guess what? Their brand can't handle another disaster. Spotify dumped them. Netflix is reevaluating. The documentaries fizzled. And now, a forgery scandal could nuke whatever goodwill they had left. You can't help but feel for Harry. The poor guy gave up everything, his titles, his duties, his family, because he believed in love. But now, insiders whisper he's more prisoner than partner. He's looking tired, even broken. The once smiling prince now walks like a man carrying the weight of his own mistakes. And Meghan? Allegedly, she's already plotting her next move. Prenups, custody strategies, PR spin, like she's 3 steps ahead in a game Harry doesn't even realize he's losing. Some even claim this was the plan from day one. Harry wasn't the love of her life, he was the launch pad. Here's the cruel irony. Meghan says she fled the palace because they silenced her. But now, she's the one silencing Harry, controlling the story, controlling the money, maybe even controlling the kids. And if these forgery claims are real, the whole house of cards collapses. Because this time, it's not about bad press, it's about the law. And let's talk fallout. If this goes legal, and word is lawyers are already circling, Meghan could face serious consequences. Fines, lawsuits, maybe even criminal charges. And Harry? He'd be forced to choose. Protect Meghan or protect himself. Because technically, if his name was forged, he's the victim. And victims don't get to just shrug it off. But Meghan, the strategist she is, allegedly has her excuses ready. That Harry gave verbal consent, that she had to sign quickly, that she was saving their projects. Same old playbook. Misunderstood outsider, pushed into impossible choices. Only this time, even Hollywood isn't buying it. And here's where it gets dark. Some sources claim Harry only found out because lawyers flagged documents with his signature that didn't match up. Imagine the humiliation, your name being used without your knowledge. And now the whispers say this wasn't a one-off, it was a pattern. Small at first, a project pushed through, a donation approved, but it snowballed. And now investigators want timestamps, email chains, receipts. Because if this was premeditated, Meghan's in serious trouble. And don't think the royal family isn't watching. Word is they're quietly smirking. Charles, William, palace aides, they warned him. They saw the red flags. But Harry thought love would conquer all. Now he's finding out love may have just signed him into a legal nightmare. Meanwhile, Hollywood's gone cold. Netflix feels burned. Spotify's done. Boardrooms whisper that Meghan's brand isn't empowering anymore. It's toxic. Her defenders? Silent, because no one wants to go down with a sinking ship. And let's not forget the custody battle lurking in the shadows. Those kids aren't just children, they're leverage. Royal blood in Hollywood is currency, and Meghan knows it. If divorce is the next headline, you can bet custody will be her battlefield. Harry, the man who walked away from the crown for freedom, might end up shackled in a California courtroom, fighting for his kids and his dignity. The fairy tale has officially curdled.